What's up, guys? Gerald with GuitarChimp.com. Today we've got a 1982 Gibson Les Paul 59 reissue done by Leo's Music out of Oakland, California. What makes this little guy special? Well, we're about to tell you. So today there's a 59 reissue for everything, right? You've got true historics, you've got regular historics, you've got prehistorics, you've got everyone else's 59 collector's choice. But in the 70s, the 59 craze or whatever hadn't quite started. But you had a shop called Strings and Things that came along. They've been around longer, but in the mid-70s, what they started doing is they started special ordering guitars from Gibson that had 59 specs. So in the early 80s, you had a number of shops that were doing these reissues. You had Leo's Guitars, or Leo's Music, which is this one. You had Guitar Trader. You still had Strings and Things. You had Jimmy Wallace Guitars, who makes very lovely guitars today. And then I even believe Norm's Guitars was doing some reissues. Don't quote me on that because I've never ever seen one. 1981 to 1985, Leo's Guitars made a bunch of special orders of 59s. This one is from 1982. What makes 82 special? So in 1981 and in 1982, and I believe maybe even early 83, these guitars were made out of the Kalamazoo factory. In 83, they switched over and they were made out of the Nashville factory. There's a debate going on. I don't know. Guitar Trader claims that they had the first pick of woods. Leo's also claims that they had the first pick of woods. Guitar Trader made 47 of them, so they're a little bit more desired, and I believe it maybe the first 12 or 20 of them had actual PAFs in them, and they used real parts from 59s that they had laying around. Guitar Trader made about 800 of them between 81 and 85, so you tell me who you think got the best woods. Was it Leo's or was it Guitar Trader? I don't know.
Chances are Gibson told them both that they had the first choice of wood.
Yeah, that would make a lot of sense. There's a lot of unique features about the Leo's Les Pauls that are kind of weird and quirky and different than your typical R9. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw her on the bench, pop the hood, and take a look and see what we can find. Alright, now that we've got this guitar on the bench, let's take her apart and see what's under the hood. There's going to be a few kind of unique features on this thing that I'll go over while we're doing it. One of the first things is that you'll notice about this guitar is the serial number on it. The serial number on this guitar is, let's see what it is, it's L10276. Not your typical serial number. It is unique to a Leo's guitar, but some of the early Leo guitars do have actual serial numbers that are numeric with the date on them, so you can tell what they are. If you bought one of these, like a 1981 Leo's, a 1982 Leo's, and then maybe early 83 Leo's, you will have a serial number inside the control cavity, which we'll look at in a minute. The reason being for that is from 81 to 83, early 83, these guitars were made out of the Kalamazoo factory. In 83, they switched over, and that was one of the changes that they made. Very similar to this guitar is the Guitar Trader Les Paul that also has the serial number in the control cavity as well. So let's take a look. Well, that's always a good sign. It's got the lovely ashtray electronics cover. I tend to find that usually when these guitars have these, it keeps them, the electronics a lot cleaner, which is a very good thing. Now that we've got the back plate off, you'll notice that the serial number in here is stamped on, like, kind of on the edge. It reads 834220004. And because the 1st and the 5th, that would mean that this is a 1982. You will also notice that all the pot codes are very, very clear on this guitar. And it reads R13782, making it an 82 because of the 82. So this is beautiful. This is exactly what we want this to look like. We'll put it back together. Hand me a normal screwdriver so I don't have to...
You using that electric son of a gun?
Yeah, you know, I like taking them out with the electric, but I don't like putting them in with the electric. You know, sometimes just old-fashioned is the way to do it. If you look at the Gibson logo, it's pretty unique. Here, let's get a little bit of polish on there.
Analog polish.
Polish that up. Yeah. Yeah, we sell this guitar polish at guitarchimp.com for $9.99 a bottle. I will actually blow air into a bottle and sell it to you. Anyways, so the Gibson logo, you'll notice that the logo on the Leo's Les Paul is raised a little bit higher. It has a closed B, and then it also has a closed O. One thing that I want to add is that a lot of this information, I did not come up with this on my own from dissecting guitars. I've been doing this for about 15 years, and I'm just going to be straight with you. I have been swinging off of message boards the entire time. Most of the info that I have gotten on prehistorics and kind of, you know, Norland era Les Pauls has been from the message board. Specifically on this one, there is a well-known collector named Mike Slabowski. I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong, but he wrote a number of very, very excellent articles that he has posted on Les Paul Forum. So if you really want to dig further into these, I cannot stress enough to go to the Les Paul Forum and check out those articles, because again, I'm not the inventor of this knowledge. I am just regurgitating things that I have gotten from the boards and the articles and those type of things. So I would like to give credit where credit is due. Alrighty, so now that we have these pickups pulled out, it's pretty obvious that these are the Tim Shaw era humbuckers. You can see that they've got the stamps, and the last 3 digits are 882, which will also date that to 1982. Inside the cavities, this is kind of cool. So it's got a Made in USA stamp inside the cavity, which is very, very cool. And then it has these two, I don't know what these are going on right here. So it looks like, Guy, do you know what that is? Or what you think that might be?
That's a mole.
You see what I'm talking about, right? Like right there?
Yeah.
And right there?
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean it's a mole?
You know, like a growth on your skin, and it just happened because it was in the sun too long.
God damn it.
No, they look like key index points, where it tells them this is where they started the push for the cutting this out, and this is where they started the push. Or some kind of an index, yeah, to keep it straight.
Very cool. All right, now that we've taken this guitar apart and seen, you know, all the insides of it, let's go check out the case. It's got a little bit of case candy with it, which is always a very, very cool thing. So it's got your typical, you know, prehistoric style case. I don't know if they only did these on prehistorics, but they're very, they did it on a lot of stuff in the early 80s. The handle is broken, which is pretty common on all of these because they're literally like made out of plastic, which is kind of weird. Yeah, this little guy though, very, very cool. Has a little bit of case candy with it. It has the warranty card, which is really, really cool. We like that sort of thing here. Yeah. Cool. So now that we've seen it, let's hear it. We're gonna have our very own Guy Hansen play through this guitar so you guys can hear what it sounds like. I am not going to play this guitar because if I played these guitars, nobody would buy them. As much as I would love to keep this lovely Leo's guitar, I do need to thank my new friend Ernest from Canada for purchasing it and convincing me to do a video on this guitar. Thank you.
Cool.
That goes in. Yeah, that's
I'm gonna
great.
stop on here.
And please buy more guitars from me,
Oh, damn it.
but only if you want.
No.
Hey, if you guys enjoyed watching this video, even if you didn't enjoy watching this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. What it does is it does some weird YouTube algorithm stuff, and it lets YouTube know that people might want to watch our videos, so it will recommend them. And then maybe we can do these videos more often. I don't know, you'll get some.
Hey, Jerry, what are you drinking?
Don't worry about what's in my cup.
Well, what if I want some?
It's my cup.
It's my cut. Don't worry.
Do you got enough to share?
Don't worry about what's in my cup. It's kinda hot out here for a chimp, trying to get the money for the rent. That's all.